Hey y'all, welcome to the Absolute Most Pod. Now let me start that shit over. Stop. Welcome to the Absolute Most Podcast. It's your girl Nicole. Why are you fucking up?
What's our
Absolute Most Pod? See, why am I saying that? Got a degree where? Okay.
Ready.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Absolute Most Podcast. It's your girl Nicole.
And I'm Lexi. Now let's get into it. We're back today with episode 5. And just to start off, our girl had a birthday. She had a graduation. Girl, how old you turn? Let us know.
Your girl's 29 plus 1.
She 30. She 30.
Y'all.
Right.
30. It's been real busy out here. I was gone, guys. Your girl got her bachelor's degree in psychology.
She did. She a degreed woman.
Yes. And now I am in school for my master's program for marriage and family therapy.
Okay, so that's part of our topic. Our topic today is mental health. So just going from your perspective, you know, someone who's in the profession, just give us an insight on mental health, how it was back then to how it is now. Like, let's get into all that.
Sure. So definitely back in the day, it was pretty much frowned upon to have mental health. A lot of people didn't believe in mental health. They saw it as like, you're being dramatic, you're okay, you're being too sensitive, especially when it comes to like different cultures, right? So like a lot of the time, speaking from my own Mexican culture, it was frowned upon for men to have mental health, to speak about their emotions and their feelings. It's like the machismo, right?
And I feel like not even just Mexican culture, because I feel like just in general, because for the black culture too, you know, but I'm like, is it really the cultures, or is it just in general? Men are supposed to be, they're supposed to be strong, they're supposed to be tough, they're not supposed to have any issues, any problems, and that doesn't create like a safe space for them to be like, oh, I actually feel down today, oh, I need to cry, you know? People, the saying like, oh, men don't cry, like that goes into it too, you know? And I feel like men, in any culture, in any heritage, everything, they just do, like, it gets so frowned upon and their feelings get belittled when it comes to mental health. They just got to be good all the time, and that's tiring. I mean, I'm not even a man and I'm tired for them. Like,
and it definitely impacts the family, not only the family, so like men in general, right? So if a man is afraid to be vulnerable, that impacts his relationships. That impacts his relationship not only with his spouse but with his children. And it creates that generational trauma and those generational patterns where you don't normalize mental health in your home.
Heavy on that, because I feel like if, as a man, say you can't go to your wife and you have to be strong for the whole family, because, you know, the man is the leader of the family, and say you don't feel that safe space to go to her, it's just all gonna get bottled up, and then he's teaching, whether it's his son or his daughter, if it's his son, he's teaching him not to cry, and then that goes, when that son gets, you know, raises and, you know, gets older and becomes a parent themselves, it goes to them. And then same for if it was a daughter. If it was the daughter, then he's like, oh, the daughter is going to expect that in her man when she gets older. Is her man has to be strong all the time, can't have, you know, no down days, no bad days, stuff like that. And I feel like that, like you said, it's just a circle, and it just goes around and around, and it's like, when are we going to break it? When are we going to break that cycle?
Right.
Because I feel like, you know, back then when we were younger, we didn't have a safe space. It was just like, oh, you're good, you know, like, you'll be fine. You know, our feelings were belittled, whether it's men, women, even for us women, you know, it was just belittled, like, you'll be fine, like, just go to the gym, just go get a drink, you know, go smoke, whatever, and then you'll be good. And it's like, it's not that easy of a fix, you know. Sometimes it's more deep than that. But that just goes into, you know, as women, we struggle mental health every day, but also postpartum. We're both moms. Did you ever struggle with postpartum?
Honestly, I didn't, and I was lucky to. I do have a few family members who did struggle with postpartum, and I know a few friends who have as well. And I can't really speak too much on postpartum because I'd never experienced it. But what about you?
I did a little bit. I can't say. So, you know, I had 5 kids altogether, 2 of my own, 3 surrogate babies. With the 4, I didn't, but this past one I did. This past one I was pumping, so you can pump for the baby after or not. I was pumping for another child who had a heart defect. And when I was pumping for that baby, I think your body knows that, one, my body knew, like, okay, the baby's not here. You know, you're using machine to pump the milk out. And I feel like that kind of just messed with my head. And, you know, as a surrogate, you know you don't have that baby, you know? But when you're pumping, your body's like, who are you pumping for? Where's this baby at? So then you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be pumping for a baby that's not here. And so that just, all that stuff just messed with my head. Yeah. And I did notice, you know, I was just sad. I was crying in the shower, not telling my partner that I was crying, like just kind of hiding it and just being like, you're okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. And I just kind of just kept on going. But then I noticed I was, you know, lashing out at my partner, lashing out at my kids, stuff like that. And I finally just had a talk with my partner, and he was just like, you know what, like, what is this, you know, what's going on? And then I think I mentioned this before, where he was just like, you know what, just stop pumping, like, see if it's that. Because I told him, you know, I think it's a lot. If you're not producing enough, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not producing enough for this baby. Even though it's not my baby, I'm like, why isn't my body doing what it's supposed to do? Like, it's not acting how I want it to do, how I want it to act. And so that was just all played a part. And so I was feeling that little postpartum. And then once I stopped, as soon as I stopped, I was good. So it only lasted like 3 weeks for me. It's not like an ongoing thing. But mental health in general, I struggled with. Not postpartum, but mental health. I feel like that all plays a part in just your life, you know, who's in your life, stuff like that. And when I was in a toxic relationship, I really struggled with depression. And as parents, we kind of just have to be okay, you know. And I think I was a smoker, you know. I don't know if people know. Some people do, some people don't. But I was a heavy smoker. Like,
she was.
Not cigarettes, but I was a weed smoker, you know, just very heavily smoking. Started as a kid, and that was my just, you know, that's just where I coped at.
Get away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I definitely did struggle with mental health. For a while. A lot of my upbringing, my childhood, I think I was struggling with a lot of depression. And then especially when I became a single mom, that gets very stressful and very emotional. And I did struggle with it for a few years. And like you said, like, we continue to push through. So I was always the type to just throw my issues in the back of my head and like you're fine, just push forward and ignore it, and you're gonna be okay. And then until one day you're not. So I think now I'm in a great place mentally, especially working in the mental health field. I've learned a lot of tools. But before, it definitely was a big struggle. And one of the biggest reasons why I do what I do and why I'm in the mental health field is because I want to really be somebody that I felt I needed when I was younger.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, and just really working with like the marginalized community, whether that be like the Black, the Mexican community, you know, or if it's like previously incarcerated individuals, like, that's my passion as well. I have a sibling who struggles with mental health, and I have a sibling who's incarcerated. So that's one of the things that really hits home for me, and is my why to do what I do.
Yeah. No, I was just going to ask too, like, were you struggling with mental health? Is that why you went in here? But it's amazing that, I mean, one, it gives you an understanding, being in this profession, I feel like it gives you an understanding of people, yourself, and then you know what you like, you learn what you need, because everybody needs different things. When you struggle with mental health, something that works for one person isn't going to work for the next, you know? So I feel like how you said, it gives you the tools to know what you need. That's a big thing, because some people don't have that, or don't even realize that they're struggling. They, you know, what we consider struggling, it could be someone's normal, and it's like they just have no idea, like, that they're struggling with it, you know. So I think that's big, and thank you for sharing that. So what's your advice as a professional?
So I think definitely normalizing mental health. Normalize it in your friend group, normalize it in your home, whether it's your workspace. Create that space for people to talk. Whether that's, if you don't feel comfortable like giving out advice, just give a listening ear. So definitely creating space and letting people know that it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to reach out. Normalize therapy. Encourage therapy.
Right. Don't make a joke out of it.
Yeah, definitely not.
A lot of people make a joke out of it. And, you know, I heard that saying where the people who make jokes the most are the people who are hurting the most. And that's really true. Like, you know, that's just a facade where they just have to make a joke out of it, and really their life is shit, you know, or like they're really going through it. And it's like, we can't make a joke out of it. It's really something serious that I feel like everybody needs to be aware of, whether even in kids. People think like kids don't have these big feelings because they're little kids, and it's like, no, kids have big feelings and are empaths and feed off of us, you know. And I feel like mental health goes with kids, starts at kids, you know? Obviously it starts as a kid. We said how when we were kids, we didn't get that. And then look at how we struggled. If you get the tools starting when you're a kid, imagine how you would be when you're an adult, you
Definitely
know?
learning how to like regulate those big emotions and cope with them. So
Yeah.
even like checking in on your friends, checking in on your family, checking in on yourself. Like be able to recognize like, hey, I'm not okay, and be comfortable enough to find a support person, whether it's a coworker, your friend, or your family, and like, hey, I'm not okay. Like, can I take a second to vent? Learning not to bottle things in. So
I think that's big. I feel like when I reach out to people or someone reaches out to me and is like, how are you? You know, obviously you just want to be like, I'm good.
it's the typical response. I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, like, because you don't want to that's the big thing, is you don't want to put your feelings, your problems on somebody else. And I feel like that's such a big thing where we say like, oh, I'm good. And it's like, no, I'm really asking you, like, how are you doing? Even if it's, obviously, if it's someone just random just hitting you up, but if it's like, you're hitting me up, like, how are you? Be like, girl, I'm not good. Like, I need an episode to vent, you know?
I told her this morning, I'm like, girl, I'm not okay. My house is a mess. I'm tired. It's been a week. Like,
yeah, like, we're not just okay. We're not just good all the time, you know? And it's not being, people are like, oh, I don't want to be like Debbie Downers. I don't want to be negative, stuff like that. And it's like, when I say how are you, that's your safe space to, even if it's just through text. It doesn't even have to be face to face. And I understand we don't want to be down on somebody, just finally talk to them, whatever. But tell me if you're not okay. I do not know unless it's you tell me, you know? And I feel like that's a big thing. I do the same thing. So I'm even, you know, talking to myself where I need to tell people when I'm just not okay, or when I just need a second to myself, when I need help, when I need just a day to go out and go get food and just talk to somebody. Like, we have to be comfortable with just saying we're not okay.
Ask those open-ended questions. Like you said, like, it's a typical how are you, where you get that I'm good response. So like changing it up to like, tell me about your week, or what's one positive in your week and one negative. I know it's kind of weird at first, but when you get like the vibe that somebody is struggling mentally, you kind of have to switch it up to get things out of them. Tell me about your week. What's one negative? What's one positive? What's something you feel like could have been better this week? Or what's one thing that's weighing heavy on you?
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, so it really shows that you're interested and you care, and you're like offering support. So
yeah, and then how you said those self-checks too. You know, I try to reflect at the end of the week, like, okay, how am I doing? How was this week? You know, was I like this week, I was just more tired than usual. I feel like even when I don't get enough sleep, I don't feel like that because I'm just always on the go. And this week I was just so tired, and like mentally, physically, emotionally, everything, I was just tired. And that's like something where I'm like, okay, girl, like, are you good? You know, are you just literally doing too much and you're burning yourself out? You know, and that's what it was. I'm just burning myself out. And this week, like, I didn't have as many clients, so I was like, you know what, let me just take that time to rest, relax, because once you get tired, then it goes into you not feeling good. Then it plays a role on your family, those around you. You know, my kids will feel it, my partner will feel it, my clients will feel it, you know, everybody around me will feel, oh, she tired, you know? So I feel like that self-reflection is big.
And self-care. So self-care. Like finding time to either go to the gym, do something you love, something for you. That's not for our kids. I know it's hard because our worlds are literally revolving around them, and we're so busy. And sometimes it's like, girl, I don't have time to even go to the gym. So it's like just finding either like someone to help support you. Like, hey, it's been a week. Like, can I please give me 20 minutes? 20 minutes to just go on a walk. 20 minutes to go to hang out with my friend for coffee. Whatever it is, find something for yourself.
Even just something as little as getting dressed and getting ready for the day.
That's a big thing.
Look good, feel good, you know? That's a big thing. I feel like even, I know some stay-at-home moms that get ready every single day because, I mean, it's a lot. Being a stay-at-home mom is a lot, you know? And so I feel like some of them, they just like to get ready because they're like, I need to be able to feel like just better about themselves. If you're just like bummy all day, you don't look your best, you don't feel your best, that's going to play a role in how you feel emotionally, you know? And I feel like that's just a big thing is I don't get ready every day. Look, I don't get ready every day.
Girl,
but I try to at least like 3 to 4 times out of the week.
Yeah.
3 to 4 times out of the week I want to get ready, but it's like I go to the gym 3 times a week. So I'm not getting ready for the gym. I'm not wearing makeup. Like I have my lashes on that I get on, but like that's it. That's it, girl. I ain't wearing no makeup to the gym.
One of the things that I do every morning, or try to do, is make my bed. And I've been doing this for a few years. I mean, I've always done it to clean my house, but like I've always been trying to like stick to that, because I feel like as long as you start the day doing something productive, it's gonna, at least it's for me, it's gonna lead into like wanting to continue to be productive in your day. So I always try to start my day, and I know my brother started doing it too, when he's home, to make his bed. And for me, it really does something for me. So like, if right now my house is a mess, girl, but you see that bed's made.
That bed is made.
That bed is made.
It is.
I can tell you.
No, but I agree. Like little things like that. If my household is dirty, like I'm just so thrown off.
Yes.
I don't even have like OCD or nothing like that, because I'm messy, but I'm not dirty. You know, like I'm messy where I'll throw something just on the bed or something, you know, but I'm not dirty but if stuff is dirty in my house, if I can't, first of all, I can't walk around on my freaking wooden floors without no slippers on.
Period.
Like my boyfriend pointed out, he's like, girl, why are your feet raised like this?
I'm the same way. I hate my feet getting dirty.
I don't even care if I just mopped.
Yes, I can't do it.
I can't. I don't, even if I know the floors are clean, girl, my toes would be up in the air if I don't have my slippers.
Same.
Because I'm not dealing with it. But little things like that just bug me. So like if the house is clean, I feel better.
Yes.
Like I feel better if the bed is made. I feel so good just getting into bed later on. You're like, oh, my bed is made. Like it takes literally 30 seconds to make your bed. So if y'all bed's not made, do it, and I bet you'll feel good. Right. You'll
learn
feel
some
good.
healthy habits.
Exactly. But going back to just mental health and all that, you know, one of the big things about mental health is therapy. And you know, I feel like people, again, it's frowned upon. Therapy's frowned upon. People will be like, I ain't got no issues. Like when I recommended therapy to somebody, and I did it just because they were saying they were struggling, and I noticed they weren't being completely open with me. So I'm like, okay, like maybe talking to somebody else that you don't know, that's not in your everyday life, will help you. And they were like, they got offended. And I was like, girl, like I'm not saying it like you need therapy. I was like, everybody will benefit from therapy. Even if you think you have no issues, even if there's no mental health that has anything to do with it, you know, that is not the point. The point is just talking to somebody, just letting go for the week. Like you said, just if you don't want to check in with someone that's in your everyday life and you don't want them to know your business, a random person, come on.
And guys, even therapists need therapists. So like, I mean, if you think about it, we deal with a lot of cases and clients that have a lot going on, and you'll go from one session to someone's having a complete crisis, and then you go to the next session and they're getting married, and then the next one is my grandma just died. You know, so you're going through these like emotional ups and downs, and you have to really take your time to step back and check on yourself. Like, man, like there's a lot going on for me inside. Dealing with this all day. And but like you said, a lot of people frown upon it. Don't be embarrassed of mental health. A lot of people do it to just preventative methods. People do it for couples counseling, you know, before they get married, to make sure that their relationship is strong, you know. So like you said, it doesn't have to be a negative thing to go to therapy.
Very true. Okay, girl, so let's check in. How's your week? What's one positive, one negative? What's going on?
Okay, so one positive would be being home. Man, I miss being home. I miss my friends. I miss my family here at home. So being home is a good thing for me. I miss my house.
It was a busy week.
There's nothing like being at your own home. Like,
where you paid rent at. Because
baby, can I get that deducted?
Right.
One negative is probably kind of what we talked about, is that I haven't given myself me time this week. And it has been taking a toll on me. I think I've been like literally on the go from the second I opened my eyes till the nighttime, working way too hard, doing way too much, trying to get way too much done. So I think really not giving myself some time to myself is my negative.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, and as moms, we're always on the go. But at the end of the day, we feel that burnout. Right. Definitely. Yes. So hopefully now that you're back, you can give yourself some grace, give yourself some time. I know you getting back to work, it's busy. Right. But, you know, hopefully once it cools down, you know, for the rest of the month. You about to do some self-care tomorrow.
Chris Brown concert, hey.
Right? She going to Breezy Bowl. She about to self-care, girl.
About to go see my baby daddy.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Right now. I know y'all getting jealous, everybody out there. That's my man. Okay.
Okay, girl. But anyways, that's self-care right there. Just a concert. Like, that's going to be a lot of fun.
So much fun, yeah.
Yeah. So you can release and de-stress right there.
What about you?
A positive this week. A positive this week is actually that it's a positive and a negative. It's bittersweet, but it's been slower at work. So I've still been getting clients like every day, but it's not as much. So it gives me more time to focus on myself. I feel like there's always 1 week out of the month where like it's slower, and that like gives me time to catch up on everything. So make sure I get my self-care in, make sure I get my house together, make sure I can show up for my kids, stuff like that. So I think that was a positive. A negative, my kids, girl, have been just
they're angels.
They are amazing. No, but for real, like between both of them, so we'll start with Kashmir because we're talking about mental health today. Kashmir got diagnosed with ADHD. You already know I came to you first. You know, I messaged you right away, just my girl and who's in the field. But my son got diagnosed with ADHD, and just navigating that and really telling myself, like, you know, everybody would be like, oh, your kid's bad, you know, and it's like, he's actually not bad, you know. He's a Sour Patch Kid, definitely, but he's not bad. It's he's always on the go. His mind is always just on 10,000, and it's like he can't help it. And so a part of me felt some guilt for, like, you know, the way I discipline him and just talk, like the way I talk to him, like, stop doing this, like, you know, this and that. And it's like, I think now that I figured out what it was like, oh, I have patience now. Like, you know, like I'm actually like, okay, baby. And I try to sit down, go on eye level and talk with him, and just that patience. I feel like that's just a big thing, finally knowing he got diagnosed with something. So that's a good thing, but it is hard navigating it. You know, it's going to be months, years of trying to figure out what works for him, what doesn't work for him, what triggers him, what doesn't. So just figuring that out right now. Okay, and then my oldest. Let's get to that motherfucker. No. So tell me if I'm wrong, okay? The tell me if I'm wrong segment.
Let's go.
So in school, Jaden, my oldest, he's supposed to be by today. So today's Friday. It's by today. He's supposed to be at 15% in an AR goal. It's like his reading goal, pretty much. So he's supposed to be at 15%. He came home and was like, "Oh, Mom, I'm almost at my percentage. I'm halfway there." I was like, "Okay. What percent are you at?" 3. Boy, do you not know math? That is not half of that. You are not almost there. What the hell? And this was like Monday. And I was like, okay, so by Friday, you have to be at 15%. And this whole month that you've been in school, you only hit 3%. Like, that's out. He struggled with it last year. So me and my boyfriend, we were like, okay, you can't get your tablet then. You can't get your tablet until it's at 15%. Like, you have to hit that goal. So boom, attitude day 1. Okay, attitude Monday. Here comes Tuesday. He came home. I made sure I had to talk with him before and after school. Like, make sure you on this AR. Like, if you want your tablet, the sooner you do it, sooner you get your tablet. It's that he hits 6%. He's like, "Oh, Mom, can I get my tablet?" "What percent are you at?" 6. "Are you at 15? Get out my face," you know? Boom. Attitude Tuesday. Attitude Wednesday, same thing. He only brought it up a little bit. Attitude yesterday, he hit 14%. So proud of my baby. 14%. I don't give a damn. It's not at 15. So am I wrong? Am I wrong he has 1 more percent. And yesterday I did not give him his tablet because he did not hit that 15.
Okay. So I definitely want to praise you for setting like that was your boundary, right? That was your expectation. So following through is hard. Following through is hard because the attitude, the crying, all that. Girl, I salute you because that was your expectation and you stood by it.
Girl,
that's really big.
Struggling.
Yes, it's really big. But I would say that, were you asking him like, okay, why are we not meeting it? Are we not reading enough? Are we not paying attention to what we're reading?
Yeah.
Does that look like, okay, now you need to sit and read to me? Sit with me and read. Can we review it after to make sure that he's passing that test? So there's things like that you can do. There's another thing that's where it's like incentivizing him. So I know that he loves his tablet. So that one is it's a really good thing for you to be able to take from him.
Right.
But if that's not motivating him, it kind of is because he's at 14%.
Right.
But if he wasn't, right? So incentivizing him. Like, okay, so if you meet your goal, then I'm going to take you to Olive Garden or whatever your own means that you can do.
Not
so
Olive
finding
Garden.
different like alternatives to encourage him to meet that goal. Just check in why are we not meeting it, but I think ultimately that is your expectation. So if you set that and you know he's not doing it, then I praise you for your follow through.
Right. Because girl, I don't follow through usually. Like, he'll say, usually if he hits that 6% and just got it up a little bit, I'll be like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's a big thing, but I noticed that reflects on other issues where he will think that I will do that every single time, and he'll be like, oh, my mom's a pushover, like I can, if I do a little bit
for sure.
and not do the whole thing that she asked me to, I can still get it, you know. And the way I said it in here I didn't say it to him. I wasn't just like, get out my face, you know.
I would have been bye.
No, but I was just like, no, you can't have it. Like, did you get it to 15? And he's like, no. And I'm like, baby, that's what I asked for, you know? And then he's already just stomping off, walking away. And I'm like, okay, well, get attitude in, you know? But yeah, no, it was hard. It's hard for me to put my foot down.
So I salute you on that. Did you check in? I think that's another thing that could have prevented like could help with the
I checked
attitude.
In. So
like, hey, I'm not trying to be mean.
Right.
Like, I want you to do well.
That's the thing. Yeah. I feel like kids think we're just trying to be mean.
We're going to be the villains forever, girl.
I hate being bad cop.
I hate it.
I hate it. But no, I did check in. Basically, he was reading like chapter books. So it's all in class. It's not at home. So he can only do it in class. He can't do it at home. So in class, he was reading long chapter books instead of reading just shorter books, to where he could take more. It's multiple books. You have to read multiple tests on each book. So if you're just reading one chapter book and it's going to take you that long, it's going to take you a whole 2 weeks. You're not going to do the 5 books you need to do. Exactly. And he had that issue last year, and I talked to him already. So that goes into my next tell me if I'm motherfucking wrong, is that my kids, I understand as parents we have to repeat ourselves a million times. I get it. But you don't know how frustrating it is, girl. Oh my, you do know how frustrating it is. Girl.
Even with my own father, Larry, I know you're watching. Boy, I hate repeating myself.
I hate it. Like, repeating myself to a certain extent. If it's like something little and I'm just like, something little, lift the seat up. You know, like my kids are boys. Lift the seat up when you pee, because this is the guest bathroom too. It's not just your bathroom and you're peeing everywhere. You know, repeating that pisses me off. Repeating that you have to brush your teeth every morning. Sir, you brush your teeth every morning. Why am I getting a fight every morning? Every morning you gonna fight me on waking up, getting dressed, going to school, brushing your teeth, doing your hair. Like, they fight me every night. I get a fight with when it comes to going to sleep at their bedtime. Y'all go to sleep at 8:30 when it's a school night every night. Why do we have a fight every night? Every single night. And this has been for years. So I feel like when it hits like that, I get so frustrated. So to
clarify, it's not that they're not hearing you. It's that they're not following the directive the first time.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for instance, I told Jaden, when you come in the house, put your backpack up, take your shoes off, and put your lunch pail in the cabinet. I tell him every single day. So finally, when he left, he just drops it all in the living room. Just drops it all on the floor, on the couch, whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna start taking $1 away. Every time, like I repeat something, like I understand the little things I have to repeat. I get it, they're kids. But certain things where I'm like, boy, you heard me. You literally looked me in my eyes and said, okay, if you do not listen, I'm taking $1 out of your allowance. Am I wrong?
Girl, no. Girl, I'm proud of you. I love like the consistency and the follow through. No, you're not wrong. You're teaching him, discipline, and you're teaching him to listen the first time, follow my directive, and I think that's good. So I mean, it's gonna suck for them. They're gonna have those angry moments, and they're gonna have the tantrums, but stand by what you're doing. So they're gonna learn eventually. It's gonna come slowly, but they're gonna learn like, man, mama, she's not playing around.
Because I struggle with that. Again, I am usually a pushover. They can get me. They can just look me in the eyes and do those little pussycat eyes and freaking Shrek. They can do those to me, and I'll give in, But it's like, okay, I can only do that so much if I want to see change, know? And for Jaden, he's 9. He's going to be 10 soon. And it's like, baby, like, my baby is so smart, but there's times where he is very much airheady. And he'll be like, okay, mom. And then he won't do what I asked him to do. He'll just get on his tablet. He'll just watch TV and just want to relax. And I'm like, look here. You got one more time. Like, and I know, as a mom and being a mom for 9 years, I know that we're going to have to repeat ourselves. And that's why certain things, I'm like, okay, I'll repeat myself. I have to tell you to brush your teeth because you got stank breath all the time. I'll do that. That's fine. I'll deal with that. But little things, I'm just like,
Yeah,
Dude.
it's tiring. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
And your feelings are valid. So I think it's easy for us to question ourselves, like you're saying, like, am I wrong? Because we feel bad when it comes to our babies. We're suckers. You know, we don't want to be mean. We don't want to have the consequence. But no, I think you're doing good.
Girl, for the most, like, I'll be telling Shane, like, babe, was this okay? Like, or did was that talk I had with them okay? You know, I'll be asking him, like, was that too much? Did I go too hard?
Yeah.
Was that too
And
light?
I love that you have that.
Yeah.
Because there's days where, obviously, I'm a single parent. I don't have a partner there to, like, check me or, like, hey, like, can I talk to you for a second? Like, that was a little too excessive, you know? Like, I have to really check myself. Like, there's moments when I get frustrated with and, like, I'll like separate myself, go to the bathroom, like, damn, was that too much? Like, so I love that you guys are able to have those conversations with each other, like the check-in.
Yeah, I do that all the time because I'm like, I just want to make sure, even if it's not my kids, you know, if I'm like a friend, like with a friend or my sister or my mom, and sometimes he'll check me like, babe, you're being mean to your mom. And I tell him, check me in private. Do not check me like in front of them. Yeah, wow. Do not. I hate that.
That's big. Yeah.
That's big. Like, check me in private, please.
Especially in front of children.
In front of children, yeah, we can't downplay each other. Like, we have to be a team in front of the children.
Because then you lose that authority.
Yeah, thankfully he doesn't do that, and like we're really good with that part. And later he'll be like, babe, you was mean to your mom. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call her and apologize. I'm sorry, mama.
Good for you, Shane. Yes.
Yeah, he be telling me, I be telling him too, okay, babe, check yourself, you a little grumpy.
Yeah.
You know, fix that. But yeah, those are big things. I just wanted to see if I was wrong, because you know, I can.
Great.
I'm trying.
Girl. I think you're honestly, sometimes I feel like you're a little bit more on top of it than me. I gotta do better, because I think life gets crazy, and sometimes the easy way out is to either cave or you know, and that's why I salute you. Life is hard.
Girl, we're not doing it. Either of us is no better, because I do the same thing sometimes, but there is moments where I'm like, if I want change in this household, like, I have to change it. And you know, he's not gonna be mad at me forever. You're gonna be mad at me. Jaden will be mad at me for 30 minutes and be like, I'll come back. Are you mad at me? For what?
Right.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's how kids are. They're resilient. They can bounce back. But still, we, you know, both of us, you know, iron sharpens iron. So I be learning stuff from you too, girl. So yeah,
definitely. Of course.
Definitely we'll have those segments more, because there's going to be once a week where I'm like, tell me if I'm wrong. This motherfucker cut me off. So I followed her, you know, and I looked to make sure who it was first.
Check something out the window.
Stop it.
That's me, girl.
That's you?
That's me.
You got road rage like that?
Dude, I got hit by a fucking semi-truck. I get so upset now. Girl. Yeah, it's personal now.
Yeah.
My body's different.
I feel that, but have you seen that movie? I forget what it's called, but it's that road rage movie.
And he got shot?
No, it's like the girl, she honked at this old man in a truck, and he followed her the whole thing. Yeah. Like, he ended up killing her friends. Like, he literally traumatized her for the whole day just because of that one honk. So I be like thinking about that, like, girl, I don't need nobody to follow me. Let me
take it to my daddy's house. Don't play.
Right. You don't follow me to my dad's, right? No, stop. I can't. Well, to end this, anything to end this, you know, mental health episode?
Just like we said, really checking on yourself, checking on your friends. Try to practice normalizing mental health in your friend groups, in your families, in your households. I think that we're all doing the best that we can. So really, and if you're struggling with mental health, you know, reach out. Whether it's a friend, family member, resource center, therapy. I want to encourage everybody to try to normalize that now.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you create that safe space for yourself, but also for the people around you. You know, it's very, very important. We don't know who's struggling. It could be even a random stranger. Like, you don't know what people are going through, and they don't know what you're going through either, unless it's talked about. So whether it's therapy, whether you want to message us, whether you just need someone random to message, just definitely look into it, and you'll be okay. Even when you're not okay, God got you.
I love that.
That's it.
All right,
we'll see you next time.
Bye.